I, Mala, welcome you to Harrogath, the last stronghold of order on Mount Ariat. You have come to the right place if you intend to defeat Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Baal has laid waste to our mountain and its denizens. His minions continue to attack our town, while Qualkek and his men have proven helpless to stop them. Baal is still out on the mountain looking for something, but I know not what. All of the elders, save Nilathak, sacrificed themselves to place a protective ward around Harrogath. Some of us here, certainly Nilathak, do not appreciate your presence. We are a proud people, and it is not easy for us to accept aid. I, however, am glad you are here. If you need healing or a potion, please come to me. See Lorzuk for weapons, armor, and repairs. Nilathak, despite his disposition, may be of some assistance with other wares. Finally, Qualkek, our man-at-arms, leads Harrogath's remaining forces against Baal.
I am amazed to find this place so untouched. Everything else in the path of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, lies in ruin. These barbarians must indeed be the legendary guardians of Mount Ariat. They are a proud, hardy people. Don't expect to be greeted warmly. Strangers here rarely are. Perhaps I can gain their trust. I'll spend some time with the townsfolk and try to understand them better. I'll let you know what I discover.
A paladin? I have long heard of your people. As a young warrior, I even considered the pilgrimage to Kurast. But I was younger then and foolish. My place has always been here, protecting Harrogath and Mount Ariat with it. I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Harrogath. You have the look of a warrior. An extra soldier will be useful, but don't expect anyone to mourn if you get yourself killed. Baal is true to his namesake. He has ravaged through our lands like a merciless plague. The protective ward laid down by our lost elders helps hold the evil at bay. But Baal's siege has taken its toll all the same. Most of my men are now dead. Others are trapped in the mountain passes. But I swear we are not beaten yet. We will fight to the end to protect this mountain.
Well, well. The siege has everything in short supply, except fools. Why would you seek this place, stranger? Are you a vulture come to loot the bodies of our fallen warriors? Regardless, this is no place to make a name for yourself. The mountain is ours to protect. It is only a matter of time before Hell's legions are routed.
If you're here to defeat Baal, you must prove it. As we speak, Harrogath is under siege by Baal's demons. Catapults rain death just outside the town walls. Baal himself travels up the sacred mountain, having left in charge here one of his most vicious generals, Shank, the Overseer. A ruthless taskmaster, he lashes his own minions into suicidal frenzies on the battlefield. If you wish to prove yourself to us, destroy the monster Shank that commands those infernal catapults outside Harrogath. If you manage to do this, return to me. Nilathak's despair is infectious, and his behavior does not befit an elder of his stature. I think we'd be better off without him. Did I mention there were catapults? Afternoon.
How may I be of help? Perhaps you have heard the accounts of my son's horrible death at the hands of Baal's minions. He was my last living child. The oath of compassion I have taken as a healer extends only to humankind. Cut them down, warrior. All of them. Qualkek and his men have been fighting to break the siege for some time. Where many have failed, you may succeed.
Hello. During my time with the Horodrim, we often debated the nature of Mount Ariat. We knew that the barbarian clans zealously guarded the mountain as their sacred duty. However, many dismissed their zeal as simple superstition, combined with an inborn hostility toward outsiders. Those Horodrim who trekked up Ariat were never heard from again. Still, I do not believe they died at the hands of barbarians. I believe that stopping the siege on Herogoth is the only way for you to earn the trust of these people.
Yes? A paladin. I have long heard of your people. As a young warrior, A paladin. A paladin. I have long heard of your people. As a young warrior, I even considered A paladin. I have long... About to face Shank the Overseer and stop the siege, are you? You should ask Mala to perform your last rites before you go, stranger.
What? Anya's father was my good friend. There are so many to mourn. I have no time for you. After so many have died, who are you to think you can accomplish what our proud warriors could not?
Baal, I'm come back this...
that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Welcome back.
Good afternoon.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Harrogath is free of your kind, demon. I can't. I am overburdened.
Hello. Oh, at last the siege is ended. You truly are an angel. I thank you.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Evening. So, you managed to stop the siege. You are more powerful than I gave you credit for. You have rightfully earned my respect.
Good to see you. Those catapults were like nothing I have ever seen before. You have prevailed against Shank, my friend, but Bale is still far ahead of you.
What? Ending the siege does not earn immediate respect, outsider. Respect only comes with sacrifice. Something I'm sure you know nothing of.
You're an even greater warrior than I expected. Sorry for underestimating you. As a token of my appreciation, I will craft sockets into an item of your choosing. And from now on, you'll get the best price for all my wares. Can I help you?
My concerns have turned to my men taken prisoner on the battlefield by Bale's demons. I hate to think what's happened to them. As you journey up the mountain, keep your eyes open for my soldiers and bring them back to me if you can. Those of my men fortunate enough to escape on their own told me that they were held captive in the highlands and plateaus.
I know firsthand that captivity is a sad fate for a man. Find them quickly.
You have proven you can take life, warrior. But can you save it as well? Oh, yes. I remember our warriors as children. Mala would set their broken bones and give them powders for their fevers. Now they return to her with wounds that will never heal. I am tired. Leave me.
During my time with the Horodrim, we often debated the nature of Mount Ariat. We knew that the barbarian clans zealously guarded the mountain as their sacred duty. However, many dismissed their zeal as simple superstition, combined with an inborn hostility toward outsiders. Those Horodrim who trekked up Ariat were never heard from again. Still, I do not believe they died at the hands of barbarians.
Larzik is a talented blacksmith, but his head is full of some strange ideas. Just the other day, he came to me with a plan to break the siege. He wanted to fill large pipes with exploding powders and steel balls. Then, well, like I said, strange.
Demonic forces have been using our own towers and barricades against us. You know, it would be wise to cut the demons down in the open before they can mount those fortifications. I crafted the swords and armor for Qualkek's men. They were like brothers to me. I can't imagine the pain they must be suffering. Save them if you can.
I pray for the day when the fields are covered in snow, unstained by the blood of our own. Perhaps that day will come soon. Perhaps never. But I forget myself. How may I aid your quest? Qualkek's men have been in prison for some time. They are certain to be tired and weak. You must protect them once you free them. Good afternoon. You have inspired the people in this town. Not only those you rescued, but those you've helped in other ways as well. Qualkek is a worthy leader, but the losses have borne heavily upon him. He is only impatient because he judges the worth of a warrior by action, not words. You must prove yourself worthy of his trust.
Yes? Anya. Such a fine example of feminine strength. She reminds me of the Zakarum priestesses I knew in my youth. They don't take vows of chastity, you know. You've become a hero to this town, my friend. The shadows have lifted ever since you brought the light to Harrogath.
Anya's father was my good... So, you've brought the lost sheep home to the shepherd. Well done.
At your service. Has that infernal howling been keeping you awake at night too? Some think it's the howling of animals, but those sounds don't come from any beast I've ever known. Since your arrival, Cain has spoken of your deeds in the southern kingdoms, defeating both Mephisto and Diablo. At first I scoffed at his tales, but I'm finding them more believable with every passing day.
Thank you for rescuing my men. They have spoken well of your bravery in battle. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. If you wish, you may hire some of my mercenaries that you saved. And please, take this set of runes. I had been saving them for a socketed shield, but I think you'll make better use of them. Be sure to set them in the right order for their fullest effect. Thank you for rescuing my men. The death of Mala's son was a great tragedy. He was our finest archer. While leading a successful campaign against Baal's forces, he was impaled on a demon's spear. The wound was such that, well, even Mala herself acknowledges that quick death was a blessing.
There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now. Anya, the young alchemist and daughter to one of our slain elders, has been missing for some time. She is a strong, crafty woman with a spirit like no other. One night, just before your arrival, I overheard her and Nilathak arguing about her father's death. The next morning, she was gone. Nilathak has his own tale as to where she went and why. Don't believe him. I fear he's at the root of her disappearance. Please, if you can, search for Anya and bring her back to us. She'll know what to do about Nilathak. When you talk to Nilathak, be careful. There is no telling what he will say or do. You...
Afternoon. Anya's father, Ast, was our wisest elder. He was killed along with the other elders who erected the ward that protects the city. The ward has kept Baal's demons out of Harrogath, but at a costly sacrifice. Nilathak, on the other hand, was the only elder to escape the demons. Somehow, he alone managed to find sanctuary, while the others died around him. Ever since that day, Neelathok and Anya have been at odds.
I would listen to Mala. Neelathok speaks with a venomous tongue and acts as if the entire weight of this town rests upon his shoulders. Perhaps there is more going on here than we know.
Anya? Who have you been talking to? Likely it was that meddling Mala. Well, I'll tell you what really happened. Anya came to me for guidance after receiving a vision that her mother and younger brother were trapped in the lands beyond the ice caves. She had decided to go rescue them. I told her that her quest was a foolish one, and that she would be safer staying within the city walls. However, she is a willful girl and would not listen to me. The next morning, she was gone. No one is more distraught than I over losing her. However, if you feel the need to be Mala's errand child, I'll try to stop you.
Anya is an amazing alchemist, especially for her young age. As long as I've known her, she's never let anything stop her from pursuing what she believed in. I wouldn't doubt that Neelathok is involved. Ever since her father died, they haven't gotten along.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Good evening.
Evening. Baal's legions seem countless, but slaying their commanders takes some of the fight out of them.
overburdened.
How may I be of help? Your gold is most helpful. Medical supplies for our wounded are scarce and very expensive. When we can find a supplier, oh, we must pay dearly for what we need. If it...
Yes, warrior. Early on, parties of our best scouts were ambushed by demons that spawned from the very air around them. Survivors often mentioned a strange creature floating in the distance. Perhaps taking it down could prevent some nasty surprises.
Be quick about it. I have long been criticized, but especially of late, since the deaths of my fellow elders. Through it all, I have learned one thing. Each man must do what's right, no matter what others may think.
Stay a while. During my time with the Horodrim, we often debate.
What do you need? I've offered Qualkek my ideas on how to break the siege, but he dismisses them. Is it because I lack scars of battle? Or does he think I'm a couple arrows short of a quiver?
The morning comes.
I am overburdened.
Good afternoon.
Can I help you?
Salutations.
Yes?
did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you found me.
So, that snake Neelathok was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her. I pray for the day when the...
Afternoon. The snake has slipped our grasp. While you were gone, Neelathok disappeared. I'll bet Anya knows how to track him down.
Greetings. Goodness, Anya frozen by that fallen barbarian Neelathok. Perhaps Mala can help you where I cannot.
At your service. Poor Anya. I should have known Neelathok was a traitor. If you find him alive, kill him for me.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Neelathok.
Yes, warrior. Your rescue of Anya was quite an accomplishment.
Stay a while and listen. For one so young, Anya commands great respect. Now that she is here, I will make it a point to talk to her about Mount Ariat. You should do the same.
Evening. I never liked Neelathok, but I never suspected that he'd betray us. I just can't understand how an elder could do such a thing.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone, my father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you, by Larzik. Neelathok told me he struck a deal with Baal to protect Haragath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Baal the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Baal to enter Mount Arreat unchallenged by the Ancients. I tried to stop Neelithok, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb. Neelithok must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened, kill him, and then bring back the relic of the Ancients. Stop Neelithok from destroying what we have striven for eons to protect. Good evening.
I can't.
Can I help you? Neelithok is a traitor. If Baal gets the relic, he shall enter the mountain and wreak havoc there. I cannot believe that Neelithok would give the relic to Baal in any kind of trade. He's truly insane if he believes that he can deal with the Lord of Destruction.
Good to see you. Oh, this is a truly horrible turn of events. I know it seems you have always been one step behind, my friend. But look at it this way. You have evil on the run.
What is it? My advice is to go in quick and hit hard. Neelithok can't be half as tough as the beasts you faced out there.
Good evening. Neelithok was never the kindest man, but for him to betray the whole world, where shall his soul finally rest?
At your service. What's there to talk about? Kill Neelithok.
Hello.
Afternoon. Put that to good use.
I am overburdened.
Good afternoon.
What led you to this end?
How may I be of help? So the relic is lost. Do not dwell on failures past. It is your future that matters more.
Yes, warrior? Neelathok was a vile demon that shall find his home among the tortured minions of hell. You battled the darkness without fear. I laud your skill and courage.
Stay a while and listen. Beware. Baal grows stronger with every passing moment.
At your service. What does Baal plan to do inside Mount Ariat?
You have stopped Neelathok, but he didn't have the relic. He must have already given it to Baal. Now Baal will not be tested when he reaches Ariat's summit. Damn Neelathok. I do thank you for trying, though. Please, allow me to honor your courage by magically inscribing your name onto an item of your choosing. It's the least I can do. Good morning. You have stopped.
I am overburdened. I can't.
Hello. Beware. Bale.
Every time I hear of you, warrior, your deeds become more legendary. But take heed. You are approaching the very summit of Mount Ariat. I have never dared venture there. It is sacred, our most holy place. The legends say it is guarded by the Ancient Ones, who block the path of all who are unworthy. Your reputation here does not matter. It will be the Ancients who determine your worthiness. Good luck.
A test of mettle is a fitting rite of passage for a barbarian hero.
Good evening. You wouldn't have to test yourself against the Ancients if it weren't for Neelathog's treachery. He was a fool, and deserves to suffer for eternity. When I was a child, the Elders told us stories about the mountain and its power, and how the barbarian people are bound to it as protectors. Bale is not just taking our land. With every step he takes up the mountain, he takes a part of who we are as a people.
Evening.
Good evening. The morning come. Do not doubt yourself. I believe you are worthy to pass through the Ancient's gates, but you must believe as well. The catapults are infernal machines, made of demon flesh fused with steel. Be
afternoon.
Salutations. On the battlefield, turning your back on even the dead is unwise.
The summit. The barbarian holy ground.
We are the spirits of the Nephilim, the Ancient Ones. We have been chosen to guard sacred Mount Ariat, wherein the world's stone rests.
Few are worthy to stand in its presence.
Fewer still can comprehend its true purpose.
Before you enter, you must defeat us. Your skill and grant you entry to the interior of Mount Ariat,
Wherein lies the world's stone.
beware, you will not be alone. Baal, the Lord of Destruction, is already inside.
The Archangel Tyrael has always been our benefactor,
But even he cannot help us now.
for Baal blocks Tyrael's spiritual presence from entering the chamber of the world's stone. Only you, mortal, have the power to defeat Baal now. Baal threatens the world's stone, and through it, the mortal realm itself. You must stop him before he gains full control of the sacred stone. With it under his control, Baal could shatter the boundaries between this world and the burning hells, thus allowing the hordes of the primevals to pour forth into the mortal realm like an unstoppable tide.
If you are weak, the world as you know it could be lost forever. You must not fail.
I knew the ancients would find you worthy of Mount Ariat's secrets. Now, stop Baal before he destroys all that is sacred. So the relic is... Your gold is Hello.
Besting the ancients in battle is a mighty feat indeed. I hope this means you're ready to battle Baal. Early on, parties of our best scouts were ambushed by demons that spawned from the very air around them. Survivors often mentioned a strange creature floating in the distance. Perhaps taking it down could prevent some nasty surprises.
You have proven yourself to these people. They look to you as their warrior, their champion.
You stand before me a worthy hero, and on you rests the last hope of our people. Bear it well, warrior.
The ancients have honored you, and in turn, so do we. I have no remaining doubts about you now. What do you need? Demonic forces have been using our own towers. The ancients have honored you, and...
How may I be of help? You knew it would eventually come down to this. Kill Baal. Finish the game.
Evening. You have ventured to a place beyond legend. You rush to face an evil few can even imagine. Be careful, my friend, and may the light watch over you.
Good evening. Remember this. Baal once possessed Tal Rasha, one of the most powerful of the ancient Horodrim. Your battles with Mephisto and Diablo will pale in comparison to your battle with Baal, the Lord of Destruction, aided by Tal Rasha's knowledge. Oh, the mountain itself will tremble when you clash.
Yes? Baal has blocked Tyrael from entering the Worldstone Chamber? This truly has become a battle against hell. Whether or not it was the Heaven's decree, this is your fight now. Your destiny.
Evening. I may be just an armorer, but I know this. Baal plans to destroy the world with the secrets contained in that mountain. It doesn't take a genius to know he has to be stopped. Thanks. Thanks.
Good afternoon.
Yes, warrior?
Good afternoon. Hello.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
The World Stone. Praise the light.
have died in vain.
How may I be of help?
You shall no longer take this mortal realm.
Greetings.
I am impressed, Morgan. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the Primeval. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Baal's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of hell take root. This act will change your world forever, with consequences even I cannot foresee. However, it is the only way to ensure mankind's survival. Go now, mortal. I have opened a portal that will lead you to safety. May the eternal light shine upon you and your descendants for what you've done this day. The continued survival of mankind is your legacy. Above all else, you have earned a rest from this endless battle.
If Tyrael says the World Stone must be destroyed, then it must. We cannot let Baal's corruption prevail. The world will change, true. But who is to say it isn't for the better? Qualkek is a worthy leader, but the losses have borne heavily upon him. He is only impatient because he judges the...
The destruction of the World Stone does not bode well for our world, but I'll try not to worry. After all, we have warriors like you fighting for us, and for the light. Farewell.
I knew in time you would defeat Baal. You have done everything you set out to do, my friend. Ever since you rescued me from Tristram, I have believed in you. It has been a supreme honor to aid you along the way. So, the World Stone was corrupted by Baal, and now Tyrael must destroy it. Worry not. Through whatever lies ahead, I have faith that the light will guide us both. Go now, back to the World Stone chamber, and enter the portal Tyrael has opened for you.
Good evening. You have done the impossible, hero. Your defeat of the last of the three primevals is a great victory for the light. Strange that you say that the World Stone must be destroyed. The prophecies said nothing about that. Perhaps all we have fought for will be lost. Or perhaps we'll never need fight again.
The ancients themselves will envy our songs about you. Please, don't forget about us. Farewell, my friend. Can I help you?
Teatro